Well, South Africa has a shortage of veterinary professionals. The global norm is to have between 200 and 400 vets per million of the population. South Africa has between 60 and 70.
Now, to close the gap, the Health and Welfare SETA has launched the Veterinary Career Guidance Awareness Program. It will provide 60 veterinary science and veterinary nursing bursaries. Now, for more on this, we are joined by the head of the SETA, Nomfundo Mnisi. A very good morning to you, Nomfundo. Thank you so much for joining us here on the South African Morning. Let's start here. How bad is the gap? I mean, we're obviously reading that we only have 60 to 70 as opposed to the number that we should, but how bad really is the gap?
Good morning, Morena. Good morning, Faith, and to all the listeners. Well, maybe let me move to practicality instead of talking the rates that we may not understand. Let's take, for instance, Polokwane, a town in the Limpopo province. You'll find that there's only one vet, especially in the state services, who will be servicing the area. A distance from Makado right up to Guyana, there will only be one vet, or maybe even further. That's like beyond 800 kilometers in diameter, that person is supposed to service all the animals in that area, from pets to livestock to wild animals. Now, that is not possible. So that is what we are faced with, and the result is that animals, pets and livestock, they end up not being attended to, and that then further results in public health issues. Because remember, when we're talking vets, most of the time people think doctors of dogs, but actually it's the whole animal sector, is the whole part that contributes to public health.
Yeah, Dr. Nomfundo, you're mentioning something so critical. Could it possibly be that even the doctors that are supposed to be going into this field are not doing so because there's a misunderstanding about what exactly it takes to be a vet, as well as the scope of work? Surely we should be seeing more young people interested in becoming a veterinary, but it looks as though that's not the case. Could it possibly be because they themselves don't even understand what is involved in it?
Well, those that are there, they do understand. Unfortunately, there are few. The very few, we're talking now in the space of rural areas. The ones that are there, they come from the urban areas. Yeah, probably you're correct. They concentrate on pets. In the urban areas and cities, it's just pets. And the interest in going out to, being a livestock vet, in being a poultry vet, is not there, and the reason is the geography. If rural areas were much better for them, they would probably go. But because rural areas is just a cattle farmer, then it becomes not so interesting. But then that is complicated by that vets. Most of the vets that we have, they come from urban areas. Those from the rural areas, they are not. And to worsen that statement that I've just said, those of color, which is where the rural areas, communities is populated by, there are even fewer. So it's that is the reason, and yes, I will take responsibility for my own profession and say we tend to focus on the field that is more lucrative for us. It requires a vet to drive to the farms. However, if I'm a pet vet and just stationed in my practice in town, people will come to me and life will be easier.
Doc, just on that question and on your response. Yes, we are highlighting the fact that perhaps knowledge and education of the profession is not, where it should be in terms of those that need to be getting into it. But we are maybe even supposed to stretch it as far as saying knowledge and education of the profession is not where it should be in terms of the people that need to be receiving this help. How then is the vet society intending on educating the people in the rurals, the people with far larger livestock, people that are thinking that inkomo zakhe ziyabulawa by the rival family perhaps, whereas in fact it's just a matter of the inkomo zakhe azinakekelwa the way they should?
I'm glad you mentioned that, because that's That's usually the issue when the few that approaches farmers, especially black farmers, to create awareness about veterinary services. The feedback, the reaction that we get is, you want to kill my animals, you want to kill my livestock. So the Health and Welfare SETA noted this need, and they then decided that they would like to tackle it. They would like to address it. Remember, we are the Health and Welfare SETA Education and Training Authority, so skills development is our core. Then the Health and Welfare SETA, they then contacted the other organizations, the key ones in this sector, the South African Veterinary Council, the institutions that are training these vets and paraveterinary professions, and other sectors that are involved, to say, let's go ahead and create awareness to the community, and not only to the community as in just talking about that, but being targeted, having a targeted campaign to go to the learners in the secondary schools and say, right from grade 8, to say, please take maths and sciences so that you can have this career as a career, because what we have noted is that learners in the secondary schools, they do not have a good combination for them to allow, for it to allow them to get into this profession. Yeah. And those that do have combination, they'll rather do something else because they do not know about this. Not that they don't like it, they do not know about it. So we are going as a Health and Welfare SETA to say, to have a targeted campaign and adopt them and take them into this profession so that they really get attracted to it.
And with the limited time that we've got, Dr. Nomfundo, can you just tell us a little bit about that opportunity that you've got available? Let's get into how do I apply, how many opportunities are available, and the like.
Okay, so the Health and Welfare SETA has put aside 60 bursaries, and these 60 bursaries, they are for veterinarians, for animal health technicians, veterinary nurses, and all the other para-veterinary professionals. So what you do as a learner, a grade 12 for now, you apply at the institutions where these are offered. You can find more information from the Health and Welfare SETA website. We all over social media. Just type HWSETA SETA, and then we will pop up. Then you go to our career portal. You find more information there. There's also offices in the main towns, like in Bulugwane, in Bombela, where you can go to Health and Welfare SETA offices and get more information. Once you have applied and you've been accepted by the institution that offers the career, then you come to us, you show us your results, and your acceptance, we will gladly fund it. It's as easy as that. You just make sure that you are accepted by the institution.
Dr. Nomfundo Mnisi, thank you so much for joining us this morning. That is Dr. Nomfundo Mnisi, who is the chairperson of the Health and Welfare SETA Education and Training Authority.